Hey, what's going on, y'all? Welcome to the digital streets. And yes, I will be putting you on, and yes, wigs will be flying. But before we get into this video, I need you to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and when you hit the subscribe button, I need you to hit the bell so you be notified whenever I upload new content. Last but not least, I need you to get into that comment section and let me know exactly what you think about what's going on in these digital streets. Hey, what's going on, y'all? So singer, actor Tyrese has broken up with his much younger girlfriend, Zellie. Tyrese released a statement saying, "Stop trying to convince me that your daughter is not a snake. I just want to be released from this strong devilish allure, that sexual seduction of a masterful manipulator who knows how to convince everyone that she's not mean of there to kill you." That's what he wrote. "Please, God, release me. Release me from your poison. Release me from your stronghold. Release me. I belong to the kingdom. I have so much work to do. I'm single now, and I want everyone to DM have fun with at Zellie Timothy." So he adds her in the post also. "She's verified now and wasn't ready to be married. She still wants to be Big Zane, live her best life. I want to get married and settle down and really nest, embrace the comforts of this family and married life. I smoke hookah at home every day, so I don't want to be in your clubs or around your women. I want to stay home and be the hardworking family man that I am." Period. So that's what Tyrese said. Okay, so Tyrese has been married 2 times prior to this. He recently just broke up with his last wife within the last 2-3 years, I believe. He has a child with her, and he also has a child with his ex-wife. Both of those divorces were messy, and Tyrese came out as the victim and claimed that the women were evil and he was a good guy to them and they were just ungrateful. And it seems to be the same thing happening here in this case with his much younger girlfriend. Excuse me. So Tyrese is 43 years old and Zellie is, I believe, 25 or 26 years old. So he's twice her age. Not only is he twice her age, he has 2 ex-wives and 2 children from those women. So he's a man that's been divorced twice and has 2 children by 2 different women. And then you have Zellie, who has no children, no ex-husbands, and from what I understand, no ex-boyfriend drama either. So what I notice is that a lot of older men, they play the field, they run around, and then they accumulate baggage. And then with them still being arrogant, they feel as though they deserve a woman that's young and childless. And then also they want that woman to hitch their wagon onto him, although he's already lived his whole entire life already. He's already damn near a senior citizen. He's had his fun. He's had his children. He's been married before. And then she's just getting to know herself. She's only 25, 26 years old. She has her whole entire life ahead of her. Why should she stop finding herself and living her young life to attach herself to a man who has 2 children and 2 ex-wives and obviously has emotional problems? Because every time he has a breakup, he trashes the women. A lot of young girls, they don't want to deal with a guy that's twice her age. So if you see a young girl dealing with a guy that's twice her age, 9 out of 10 times it's financial. It's because that man is financially stable and she's able to collect resources from that man. But even with that, you'll have a lot of them that don't want to get married. They still want to have fun, and they believe that they can still do them and maybe it's something better out there for them in the future. It's unfair for a lot of these men who have all this baggage to expect a woman who's childless and young enough to be his daughter to say, okay, I want to settle down with you and, take care of all your baggage. Most girls that age, they're not going to want to do that. I know I don't want to do that. I don't want to be with a man that's twice my age. I don't have any children. I don't want to be with a man who has a bunch of children by a bunch of different women, regardless if you have money or not. So I'm feeling that's how Zellie feels. She feels she has her whole life ahead of her. She's still attractive. She's still sexy. She doesn't have any children. And she's more than capable of finding herself a man who's well-to-do for himself, who doesn't have all the baggage that Tyrese has. So I think Tyrese just needs to move on, stop complaining and trying to make her look bad in the media because she doesn't want to collect your baggage and be wife number 3. According to wife number 2, she's still going through trauma from his breakup. She has a whole podcast talking about her experiences surviving mental abuse and emotional abuse from, that marriage, which she calls toxic. According to her, he locked her out with the baby, cut off all the credit cards, and basically tried to leave her broke. And she was basically like on her own until all the divorce and everything got settled. So imagine if that's what he'll do to an ex-wife and a baby. Imagine what Zellie is up for, because he did the same thing with his first wife also. She accused him of being abusive and, being financially abusive and emotionally abusive and, physically abusive. And when they were going through their whole debacle, he was dragging her all through the media. And I think she came out maybe 1 or 2 times to defend herself. Second wife, same thing. Zellie saw all of that and she don't want to deal with that crap. Who would? What 25-year-old wants to deal with that? I don't know any. So I think it's a good thing that they broke up. She needs to go and live her best life, and he needs to go get therapy, go get counseling, and, stop trying to use women and use relationships to heal himself. He needs to actually heal himself so he can be in a healthy relationship and not be on Instagram Live shaving women's vaginas like how he did Zellie. He had Zellie on Instagram Live. They were recording, and he was shaving her private parts for the whole entire world to see. This is a man who's a father of 2 girls doing this kind of thing. It's wrong. It's deplorable. It's nasty. It's very juvenile. It's very childish. In my opinion, he has a lot of growing up to do. He doesn't need another wife right now. He doesn't need to have another new family number 3. What he needs to do is get himself together, seek some therapy, learn how to love himself, learn how to be with himself, and stop being so codependent and using the new girlfriend to make the old girlfriend mad. He needs to just chill out, seek some help, and let that girl live her life. So y'all get into the comment section and let me know what you think. Have you ever dated a man twice your age? If so, why did you do it? If you're a man watching this video, do you date women young enough to be your daughter? If so, why? Do you have children and you want to marry a woman and be with a woman who has no children, has no baby daddies, and has no ex-husband? Why? If you have those things, why do you want a woman who doesn't have those things? Get into the comment section. Let me know what you think. And I'll get back with y'all in the next video. Peace.